Did you know that 1 in 7 people have a wheat intolerance and about 1 in 100 people has actually been diagnosed with celiac disease? But it's estimated that another 160,000 Australians has celiac disease but doesn't know about it. Eating and baking gluten-free can be difficult, but it doesn't need to mean that you miss out on your favourite treats and recipes. I found a way to adapt my favourite chocolate chip cookie recipe to make it both gluten-free and more nutritious. My secret ingredient for doing this is quinoa flour. Now, I love quinoa. It's one of my favourite foods because it is so good for you. It's chock full of protein, it has a complete amino acid profile, it's full of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants and fatty acids. And the great thing about baking with quinoa flour is that it retains all of that nutritional goodness. So by adding the quinoa flour, we are making these cookies more nutritious. However, they are chock full of saturated fat, so they are only a treat food. First thing we need to do is to cream the butter. Now we're going to slowly add the sugar and the sweetened condensed milk, and then we're going to keep beating until the butter is really light and fluffy. Now our butter's all light and fluffy, we're going to sieve our dry ingredients. I've sieved the quinoa flour and now I'm going to sieve the baking cocoa, the cinnamon and the baking powder. And now we need to add our chocolate chips. Now you need about 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. Because I'm making these as a treat for Kevin, I've been a little bit decadent and I'm using a mix, 1/4 cup each of dark milk and white chocolate chips. Now we're going to mix our dry ingredients and our chocolate chips into the butter mixture. Just do it a little bit at a time because it can be a little bit difficult to mix and you want to mix it really thoroughly. You want to mix it until you can't see any buttery streaks. You want a really nice, even chocolatey colour. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to roll them into 3 or 4 centimetre balls and put them on a greased baking tray. Now I'm going to decorate the top with about 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. I'm using a mix of milk and dark. Now I'm going to pop these into the oven, which I preheated to 190 degrees. That'll take about 14 to 18 minutes until they're firm when you press them in the middle, and that'll give you a beautiful crunchy cookie.